hot tip for anybody who is struggling to actually make money as a content creator. Hi, I've been there before, struggled for like 6 years, barely made any money until I found out about UGC. You've probably heard of UGC because it's pretty big and a lot of people are UGC creators, but just in case you haven't, I'm going to tell you what it is, how to get started. You don't need followers. You don't need a massive audience. I had literally like less than 300 followers when I landed my first UGC deal. They paid me $750 for 5 short videos talking about their app. It took me less than 2 hours to do. I was hooked after that, and I'm just obsessed with UGC. So, in case you haven't heard of it, it stands for user generated content. Basically, in a nutshell, you get paid to create content for companies that you don't have to post on your own socials. You're just going to create the content based on what they tell you, and then you're going to send that content over to the brand. They're going to use it for their own purposes. So that's why it's different than being an influencer or even like a TikTok shop affiliate. I've worked with brands. The first brand that hired me was called the Captions app. Really popular app brand now, but they were kind of just starting out when I first reached out to them back in 2022. I've worked with app companies, software companies, service companies, like random website, like car dealership companies, beverage companies, food companies, furniture, pet companies, travel companies. I've worked with literally like across the board, supplement companies. My mom and I did a UGC deal recently with a supplement company. There's literally like most brands now, because it's 2025 and UGC is working super well in marketing. Most brands are hiring UGC creators. So again, if you're struggling trying to figure out how the heck you can make money as a content creator, I know that there are 1,000 ways. You could start a YouTube channel. You could like try to be an influencer. You could, I don't know, do those crazy things that some people do. Like, there's so many different options, which is also, I think, why it's so paralyzing sometimes to figure out what you should actually do and spend time and energy doing. For me personally, UGC was a godsend. I was working a full-time job, obviously, back in 2022. And then I got a new job a few months into UGC, but my goal initially was only like $1,000 a month. Fast forward 14 months later, I replaced my 6-figure income here in the Seattle area, literally only with UGC deals. So I was making a consistent $10,000 to $12,000, $13,000 months with UGC, and it changed my life. Like, I can work wherever I want, whenever I want. Like, we're going to Europe next month, and I am pitching to companies that have like travel related products right now so that I can get paid while we're in Europe. There's so many different things. There's so many different things that you could do, but UGC is hands down, in my personal opinion, from personal experience, is the best way to get started, because it can open up so many other doors. Like, if you want to be an influencer, if you want to be a YouTuber in the future, while you're building those followings or that channel, do UGC so you can actually start working with brands without needing those like barriers of entry, right? Like, it's just easier because you can use your phone, a tripod, maybe like a $15 selfie light, and just get started and get paid by brands without all that extra stuff. So hopefully this is making sense. I know I'm rambling, but if you want to get started with UGC, I have a free UGC checklist. Over 50,000 something people have downloaded this checklist. I get DMs and comments all the time from people, emails all the time from people saying how helpful it was for them to get started with UGC. So go grab it. I even have a 15-minute video lesson in there teaching you how to email companies so they actually want to like respond to you, and then also how to DM companies. I landed my second UGC deal all from one DM I sent from my personal Instagram account to this beverage company called Rasa. They hired me. They paid me again like $750 for 5 videos. It was crazy. Go grab my free checklist. Get started with UGC if you're struggling to just figure out how the heck to navigate this content creator world that everybody seems to be like doing, but it's all like up in the air. So I hope this helps. Start UGC. Could change your life.